Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Simone here, and today I'm going to be doing a tag video. This is the concert book tag. I was tagged by Emily from Novel Novels to do this, and I thank you massively, Em. This original tag was created by As Read by Brooke, who I will link down below because I think you should go and check out the original because it's great. It's a really fun tag and I'm really excited to be doing it today. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first question, I'm just going to read them off the screen behind you. So the first question is tickets, and it is the most recent book you either bought or checked out from the library. So I realised that I'm filming this after I've been to see Emily and Charlie. So technically, I've read a book since, I've probably got a book since then. However, the one I have here is the most recent book that I was sent, I guess. I'm going to go with it. Anyway, it's also one I really want to talk about. So this is It's Not Okay to Feel Blue and Other Lies. Inspirational people open up about their mental health, curated by Scarlett Curtis. So this is a book that is essentially, like I said, it's curated by Scarlett Curtis. So she has come together with a lot of different people, a lot of well-known names. There's loads of people on here, but this basically is people who've written about their own mental health and about certain things that they might have gone through. They, you know, all different people have written lots of different things about it. For example, having opened it now, I've just seen like Sam Smith has written a poem. We have Scarlett Curtis herself has written a good section called How Can I Help? Reggie Yates has written a section about failure. Like, lots of different people have put things in here. This is a book that I was sent, and I don't know who sent it to me. I still don't. I have posted on Twitter a number of times and I still have not found out. But if it was you, obviously let me know. But either way, thank you so much, whoever it was. And this is supposed to be kind of funny as well. It talks a lot about that. I really, really want to read this one, and I'm really excited. I love the fact as well that it's like, it's not okay to feel blue. And then on the side it's like, be angry, ask for help, stay in bed, break down, talk about it, be vulnerable, freak out, be angry, shout, scream. What does that say? Oh, and then it says the same ones again. But yeah, I just think that the whole thing is wonderful. I think it's really good to be talking about mental health, and I am a massive, massive fan of non-fiction books about mental health, so I'm really looking forward to picking this one up. Question number 2 is The Crowd, a bookish community that you love, can be real life or in a book. So I was a bit struggled by this, but I guess I just mean like booktube in general. I don't have like a specific, I'm not really in any like specific fandoms like that. I just really love talking about books with people on the internet, and I didn't really have lots of people in my real life who I talked about books with. The people that I have kind of made my booktube people, those people, you know who you are, that's my favourite bookish community. I just love it, and I know that I can talk, like if I'm reading a book, I can literally send a message to anybody in that little group, and they will 100% respond to me and probably like squee about books, and I'm there for it. I love it. I'm so excited by it every single day. Question number 3 is Sing Along, a book that you quote every time you get the chance. And was it going to be anything else, guys? Harry Potter. I've picked up The Philosopher's Stone just because it happened to be the first one I picked up, and it's the first book obviously, but generally all of them. I love Harry Potter. I think that I'll never not love Harry Potter. I am just so excited. I really, really want to get the illustrated ones at some point, but until then I just generally just love Harry Potter, and I'm a big fan, and I just want to read every single Harry Potter book over and over again until I die. So yeah, I love this. I quote it all the time, and I've even got my dad quoting it now. Like literally, one of the funniest things to me was we were talking about something else, and my dad literally just randomly turned around and was like, that's not good, even in the wizarding world, or even in the muggle world, that's not good, or something like that. You know the quote. I can't even think of it now. I don't know how. But he just came out with it randomly after we were talking about something else, and I was just in fits. Like, it's so funny. So yeah, I just love how Harry Potter brings everybody together. Question 4 is Sold Out, a book that you're really looking forward to but just haven't read yet. So I'm going to go with The Dry by Jane Harper. This is I believe it's a sort of thriller mystery. Oh, my book's got really squished. because it's been in my suitcase, hasn't it? This, I think, follows Australia when it's in the grip of the worst drought in a century, and 3 members of the Hadler family are brutally murdered. It says, everyone thinks Luke Hadler, who committed suicide after slaughtering his wife and 6-year-old son, is guilty. And policeman Aaron Falk returns to his hometown for the funeral of his childhood best friend, and then is drawn into the investigation. Yeah, I cannot wait for this. I think there's 2 books in this, and I'm pretty sure I actually own the second one as well. And I love the idea. I haven't read any Jane Harper, and quite clearly I need to get into it. So yeah, I'm really excited by this. Question 5 is The Band, a book or book series you love that you wish everyone would read so you could fangirl about it together. And for this one, I've picked a series that I think I've read 4 of the books now, and I love them every time, and I've never heard anybody else talking about them. And that is the Undead series by Mary Janice Davidson. This is a hilarious, like, funny series, which follows a woman named Betsy Taylor, who is a vampire. She, at the very first, in the first book, this is not the first book, I think this is the 4th one actually, this is the most recent one I've read, she essentially is killed or dies, and she is wakes up as a vampire the next day, and she then finds out she's the new queen of the vampires, and being queen of the undead is not something she ever anticipated. She has a massive shoe and fashion fetish. She loves shoes. She used to work in a shoe shop, and then lots of things happen, but she's still trying to live like a normal life as well as being like queen of the damned. And it's so funny, honestly, it's so funny, and I think anybody could read this. It's also very sexy, and I just love it. I think it's one of my favourite book series. My mum actually got me onto these. She started reading book 1 and loved it, and like I said, I've now read all of them, and I read each one. In fact, she's just given me the newest one that she has for me to read. I think it's book 6, so yeah, I can't wait to keep reading. I love this series and think everyone should read it. Question number 6 is Encore, a book that you wish had a sequel, or a book series that you wish had just one more book. So I went for a book series that I wish had one more book. So this is a duology, and I really wish there was a third. Just a third. If it was a trilogy, I'd be like a loving life. This is 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, which was one of my favourite books of whenever I read it. I want to say 2017. I think this was 2017. I read Crooked Kingdom, which was also great, the second book to this. And I really felt like I really need to like see after what happened in the second book. Like, I really want to know what happens after that. So a third book would be fantastic. I wish there was a third book. There probably won't be. I doubt there is, because it's pretty sure this is a, you know, duology and it's done. But the characters in this are like my favourite characters. I just wish there was another book, I have to say. Just wish there was another book. Yeah. Love this. I kept this on my shelf even though I normally don't keep books that I've read, like already read. 1, because I loved it so much, and 2, because I have the audiobook, and as you probably know, if I listen to audiobooks I always follow along at the same time, and I really just need to do that with this one because I really want to read this again in a different format, I guess. So yeah, big fan of this. Number 7 is Opening Act, a book that you weren't expecting to love as much as you did. And so for this one, I've gone with Cress by Marissa Meyer, which is actually the 3rd book in the Lunar Chronicles series. And the reason for that is I loved the first one, which was Cinder, and then Scarlet I didn't love as much. I think I gave Cinder like a 5-star. Did I give Scarlet a 4-star? I did still love it. I just wasn't a fan of it as much as the first one, and I was thinking, oh, well, the series is probably going to go downhill for me now. Then I read Cress, which is the 3rd one, and it's my favourite of the whole series. I absolutely loved it. If you don't know, the Lunar Chronicles is a kind of fairy tale retelling set of books. So the first one, Cinder, is about Cinderella, or it's a Cinderella retelling, but Cinder is a cyborg, because why not? The second one, Scarlet, is about Little Red Riding Hood, and then Cress, the 3rd one, is about Rapunzel. And then I think the last one is Winter, which is a Snow White retelling, which I haven't read yet because Winter is massive. But I do really want to read it. I also have Fairest, which I think is like book 3.5, which I do have on my shelf and I need to read like soon. But yeah, generally I just loved the 3rd one, and I'm hoping that the series just gets better from there, and I love the Winter as well. But yeah, generally I just really loved Cress, and I was not expecting to love it as much, seeing as I didn't particularly love the second one as much as those. Question number 8 is merch table. One piece of bookish merch that you either own or want to own. And for this one, I actually have gone with something that my sister got me for Christmas, and I was so shocked when I opened this. This is, I don't know if you can even see it properly. This is a signed poster from the guy who plays Percy in Harry Potter. So my sister's housemate, I think, I'm not really sure, went to Comic-Con, I think, and they got this, and if you can see, it literally says, Simone, believe in magic, and then it's signed, and this is so cool. I love this. Honestly, I was so surprised when she gave it to me for Christmas, because I didn't have any inkling this was going to happen, and I just think, I don't know, I just love it. Percy's great. I mean, he's a dick, but like, he's great as well, so that's cool. Question number 9 is concert friend, a book that you bonded with someone over. And for this one, I've gone with Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, which is one of my, again, a book I wasn't expecting to like as much as I did. I gave it a 4 star? I think I gave it a 4 star. I read this with a group of other booktubers, and that's the reason why we bonded over it. We read this as, I don't know how many of us there were quite a lot. We read it in like a Twitter group chat. And it was wonderful. It was a really lovely experience to read with other people, and I just thought it was a really good book as well, which is always nice, and it's nice to kind of be able to bond with people over books, especially on BookTube. So yeah, that was a great experience. Then question number 10 is tour announcement, a book that you cannot wait to be released. And for this one, I have to go with 50/50 by Steve Kavanagh. This is the 5th and the newest book in the Eddie Flynn series, which ironically I've only actually read one of, but I think that I need to get through the other ones as well. But I really am excited to get more from Steve Kavanagh, because I've loved both of the books of his I've read so far, and yeah, I'm a big fan of those, so definitely something I cannot wait to read, and I'm really excited for it to be released. Then on to who I'm going to tag for this video. So I'm going to tag 3 people. I'm going to tag Tia from Tia and All the Books. I'm going to tag Emmy from the channel Emmy, I think that's just how you say it, and then I'm going to tag my favourite Leanne from Literary Diversions. I hope that you all do this tag. I think it's a really fun one, and hope that you've all liked my answers. Let me know in the comments down below which bookish community that you're a part of that you love the most. I would love to know that in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I shall see you next time for another video. Bye guys!